Learning to properly set the volume, also called gain structure, of the DJ equipment you're using can be the difference between sounding incredible and sounding like a complete novice. With so many different places to set your volume, your PA speakers, master output on your controller, channel gain, and volume fader, it is worth taking the time to learn the right settings for each so you can sound your best. So in this video, we'll go over the different spots in your DJ setup where you can set your volume and then walk you through the proper way to set each of them. And if you're interested in more tips and tricks videos just like this one, make sure you subscribe to this channel. But now let's get into how to set your volume correctly with your DJ setup. Most DJ setups have 4 different stages where you can set the volume, also known as gain. Each need to be set correctly to get the best possible sound. First, we have amplifier gain. This is the volume level of the speakers you are using. This can be the volume control on a set of computer speakers, the volume setting on the back of active PA speakers, or the volume control on a PA amplifier if you're using passive PA speakers. Almost every type of speaker you could use to play on will have some sort of volume control. Next, we have master output gain. This is the master volume control that you will find on your DJ controller, DJ software, or mixer. This sets the overall volume level of the DJ hardware you are using. Next, we have input gain. Each channel on your DJ controller, DJ software, or mixer has a knob called gain or trim, which is usually found right above the EQ. This is used to compensate for any volume differences between your tracks. Next, we have the channel output fader. This is usually found below the EQ section of each channel on your DJ controller, DJ software, or mixer. This channel output fader is used to adjust the volume of each channel while mixing between tracks. So now that we've covered that, let's go over how to set the gain structure correctly. Just follow these 5 steps in order to set the gain structure correctly on your DJ setup to get the optimal sound. First, start with all the gain stages turned all the way down. This usually means each knob turned all the way to the left. Next, play a track at a loud point. Then set the input gain on each channel so the average volume is at 0 dB, which usually is the top green LED on your channel output meters. When set like this, the transients, this means the peaks of things like bass drums and snares, will hit between +3 and +6 dB, which is usually the yellow LEDs on your channel meter. Make sure that each channel meter does not hit the red LEDs because that means you're distorting, which sounds bad. Next, set the channel output faders all the way to the top. Then, set the master output gain so the average is 0 dB. Just like the channel output meters, this is usually the top green LED. Again, you will also want to make sure the bass drums and snares hit between +3 and +6 dB, which will be the yellow LEDs on your master output meters. Then finally, turn the volume control on your amplifier or PA speakers to the average of 0 dB. If your PA speakers or amplifiers have LED meters, this usually means the last green LED. If you do not have LED meters, then slowly turn up the amplifier gain until the clip light turns on. Then slowly turn the gain back down until the clip light no longer turns on. This will give you the loudest possible volume without distorting. And that's it. Now, if you want to adjust the overall volume throughout the night, for instance, to start with, you'll probably want to turn it down from these settings to give yourself some leeway as the volume fills and you need to go louder. Turn down the volume at the closest control to the speakers that you have access to. So for instance, if you don't have access to the gain on the amplifier or PA speakers, you may want to use the master output control on your DJ controller or mixer instead. Even if you are playing the best set of your life, if your volume is not set correctly, it will not sound good to your audience. And with all the time that DJs put into practicing their craft, it is worth it to learn how to set your gain structure properly to ensure that your audience hears your set the way that you intended. And once you get the hang of setting your gain structure, it only takes a few minutes to dial it in right, and eventually it will become second nature. And this is one of the easiest things that DJs can do to have a great set, and it has nothing to do at all with tune selection or mixing skills. And now we'd like to ask you, what are some tips that you have for setting your volume correctly? Go ahead and leave that down in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And as always, if you enjoyed this video and are looking for more tips and tricks videos just like this one, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Now, get good, get out there, and make the moments.